Hello, welcome to the Class Act 10 Minutes That Can Change Your Life with Louise Marc. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you taking time to be with me. My word of discussion today is concerned. Are you a concerned individual? At least I want to say I'm a concerned individual. Well, are you concerned enough to pause, to really listen to what a person has to say, or to hear what the person is saying when they are saying it? You know, often when people walk by each other, we say hello, hi, the greetings. But I got a lesson one day, and I'll never forget it, and it changed the way I greet people. Really, it did change the way I salute people. It depends on who I'm saluting, but I'm always greeting people. But it made me think about what I say. So I said to an individual one day in passing at the facility where I used to work, I said, "How are you?" And the person responded by saying, "Do you really want to know?" And that person looked so serious. And it seemed like that individual had a lot going on, but I was caught off guard by the response. So I paused, and as I processed his response, yes, it happened to be a he at this time, and I processed the response, "Do you really want to know?" I'm like, "Well, Louise, do you really want to know?" And it made me think about it. And I'm like, wow, my puzzled look explained, like, not at this very moment, I don't really have time. So I said concerned because there are times we ask individuals, "How are you?" And when I was asked that, I'm like, do I really want to know how that person is really doing at that moment? Because in casual, people pass by each other every day. Sometimes, you pass by individuals, they don't respond back, and I would still greet them the next day the same way. I would say hello. But even today, pardon me, you would greet some people, and some people still don't respond. It's okay, and I smile and I'll still respond, and I'll still greet them. But this conversation, it made me think about how I address individuals. If I'm going to say, "How are you?" am I prepared and ready for the response? Do I really want to know how that person is doing? Or do you really want to know how that person is doing? Or many times we keep it surface. We say hello, good morning. Good morning is safe. Good afternoon is safe. There's no explaining in it. Well, occasionally many times I would say good morning to a person. They would say, "What's good about it?" I'm like, well, you're here, you're alive, you're breathing, and we have such an amazing God. Yes, it comes out. That's good in the front of good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day. Good is in front of it. Good. So, that's what's good about it, that you're here. But let me go back to what I was sharing. When you say to someone, "How are you?" Are you waiting for the response? Are you walking away before they respond to the "How are you?" question? Or vice versa? If someone asks you, "How are you?" are they waiting for your response, or they're in passing? So we have to be intentional and careful when we ask a person, "How are you?" Are you ready to assist, or are you ready to hear what that individual has to say? So it made me, from that point on, to be careful. If I said, "How are you?" to an individual, I wanted to respond correctly. I needed to be able to pause. If they wanted to share, I wanted to be able to listen. I didn't want to run away. I won't run away, but I didn't want to move in haste. Like, I really don't want to know how you're doing. So it made me really think about, when I asked a person that question, when that person responded to me and said, "Do you really want to know?" So just be careful. We had an unfortunate incident that happened where an individual came in the office, in the facility, and someone who may be hearing this may remember. And we have to be very careful, again, being sensitive to people. I'm trying not to go over my time too much, but I'm gonna make it quick. Person came around, greeted everyone, said hi. Even, if I can recall, even gave some hugs, and went around and greeted people. But later on, we found out that this individual took their life. I share that to say there are times people have so much going on. In the surface, they say, I'm great, I'm fine. Some of us, we want to, I try to be positive more than negative. Many times you're going to hear me be positive. I can do my very best to be positive. But people answer, I'm great, I'm excellent, I'm fine, I am all the happy words, which is good. I love the happy words, you know that. But there are times people are giving you a happy word when they're really being tormented on the other side of that word that they gave you. And this person took their life. Maybe, I don't know, did someone ask them, how are you today? How are you? Did they pause to hear what he had to say to them or she had to say to them? Did they? Did the person ask amiss, not really wanting? Did they care? Were they concerned about the person that they asked or didn't ask, how are you? So be careful of your surroundings, or be alert or be attentive to people around you. Of course, we can't read minds, and we don't know what a person is feeling or what they're experiencing or what they're going through unless they verbalize it. Some people body language talk, of course, and you can see that they're going through something. And people, of course, got to be careful. They cannot disclose everything with everyone. So if you ask them, how are you? Of course, they may just give you the surface answer. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm great. I'm blessed. We hear that a lot too. And some, I'm blessed and highly favored. We hear all the, those words. But deep down, they can't share it. They have on a mask. They're giving you the outer face, a smile, because people like to see a smile, of course. But they're cringing behind a smile. But just to be concerned about others. I'm sharing this in love, of course. To be sensitive toward others, just for us to think about it when we ask questions, even in a greeting, even in the saying good morning, saying hello. But when you go deeper and you say, how are you? And when that person responds and says, do you really want to know, like I was asked? And at the time, really, I didn't have time to pause and really hear or be concerned about the person. I was concerned, but I asked amiss, because casual saying hello. So I said that to say, when you do ask somebody a question or in passing and you say, how are you? Are you ready to hear what they have to say? Think about it just a little bit. I hope I have shared just a little bit of information with you to enlighten you, to empower you, just to make you think a little bit about the questions or your greetings. Thank you for taking time out to be with me today. Have a phenomenal day. If you leave a comment, share this live. I appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. I will respond at my earliest convenience. Again, my YouTube channel, The Word Class, Louise Marc, webpage, louisemarc.com. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.